The landing looked absolutely perfect. The approach was stable. The airspeed was right on target. The airplane was lined up with the center line, but within seconds of touchdown, pilot Jim found himself fighting to keep the airplane from leaving the runway. What went wrong? Let's find out. As he entered the traffic pattern, he noticed the windsock was standing nearly straight out at an almost 90-degree angle to the runway. The wind wasn't dangerous, but it was definitely demanding respect. Also, pilot Jim was tipped off about the demanding crosswind when he picked up the ATIS information for the airport, so he knew what to expect. Jim also used good crosswind technique by keeping the upwind wing into the wind and aligning the nose to the center line of the runway with the rudder. But this technique doesn't end after you touch down on the runway. As Jim remained on short final, he focused on flying a stable approach. Airspeed? Perfect. Glide path? Perfect. Runway alignment? Perfect. Everything looked great. Without realizing it, Jim slowly relaxed his aileron pressure. The crosswind correction that had kept the airplane aligned was disappearing. At first, nothing happened. Then the wind immediately started pushing the airplane sideways. The upwind wing began to rise. The nose drifted. The airplane was no longer perfectly aligned with the runway. Jim's heart rate instantly doubled. He quickly added aggressive aileron into the wind. He applied rudder to maintain directional control. Fortunately, he reacted quickly enough. The airplane remained on the pavement, but it was far from the smooth landing he had envisioned. Lessons learned. Crosswind landings don't end at touchdown. In fact, many crosswind incidents happen after the wheels are already on the ground. As the airplane slows down, the controls become less effective. At the same time, the wind continues trying to weathercock the airplane and lift the upwind wing. That's why pilots must continue increasing aileron into the wind during rollout. The slower you get, the more crosswind correction you often need. Another lesson is that a stable approach alone doesn't guarantee a successful landing. Many pilots focus heavily on final approach, but mentally relax once the wheels touch. That's exactly when vigilance is most important. Finally, always respect your personal crosswind limits. A landing that is within the aircraft's demonstrated crosswind capability may still exceed your own experience or proficiency level. Pilot Jim was fortunate. He caught the mistake before it became an accident. But many runway excursions begin exactly the same way. A good approach, a seemingly perfect landing, and then a pilot who stops flying the airplane too soon. Remember, fly the airplane all the way to the parking spot, because sometimes the landing looks perfect until it doesn't. Download my free pilot emergency action cards and be prepared for your next emergency. Download it from the link in the description or comment section, and subscribe to our channel. Also visit our website at mystudentpilot.com.